Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of FSX FS Passengers. So yeah, back in the good old NVIDIA 228 again, and be flying from Boston Logan to Green State International. So a little bit of a longer flight than what I've done in the last couple of weeks, minus the ever so fantastic touring flight I did last week as well, which I enjoyed. I'll probably do a few more of those at some point as well. But yeah, normal flight today. Let's get started, shall we? So 10 passengers on board, because he got a bit more of like a thing in Boston, gone from 9 passengers to 10. Let's kick him off from there. So Sung Hayes, and actually yeah, like I said, this is the first time I've actually gone into double digits for passengers, which is very nice indeed. So Green State's ICAO code is Kilo Papa Victor Delta KPVD. And flight time today will be 12 plus 50, about half an hour. Plug in 30 minutes on the departure here.
Destination set.
So set type needs to be a normal flight this time. And yeah, load immediately as we do. Passenger numbers is fine. It'll be 90. Whoops. 90, 95, 105. Pretty sure decided the boarding thing as well on this, but whatever. Request boarding, American Airlines, and then now that'll do the rest. So what I will do at this point is now open all of the exits. Oops, quickly let everything spawn in. There you go. So open all the exits. Passengers and stuff, and now get ready to go. I'm not quite sure where the trucks can come from today. The baggage trucks. It looks like they're not coming from too far away though, just by the coast over there, so that should be quite good. What's over there as well? Some other thing I can't quite see. I'm not sure. Don't think I'll be able to see it. Nope, it's just around the corner from me. And you got the city of Boston in the background, which does look quite good for default FSX scenery, that default Boston. So there comes the passenger bus. And then the baggage vehicles I don't see just yet. I'm tempted to say that, yes, okay, that confirms it. Those two vehicles over there were the baggage trucks. So they'll come. And now it's my opportunity to set the aircraft up and get ready for everything to go. So battery on, lights not just yet. Actually, logo lights can come on. Notice that one. Next, we're going to have the cockpit lights while we're at it. Have them daytime lights. Whoops, cabin lights full. Man, I'm not clicking. Yeah, using X-Plane 11 for a little bit recently. So I've forgotten how to use FSX, but mine's a little bit more into than that. Flight systems come on. I know we're cruising at 4,000 feet today, so I'll make that's all set up. And then we'll also connect to that sim in just a moment. So 4,000 feet ready on the autopilot. And then, yeah, quite a lot to talk about, and the fact that Flight Sim was cancelled as well. I'll be sure to talk about that in today's episode. Right, everything is now set as it should be. I sure we used now £2,591 of fuel since we first bought this aircraft. Nice to know. Let's see what something comes on there. Whoops. And now I'll connect to that sim. So we are Delta Alpha 925 and Dornier the 0228, and our flight plan today shall be K-Boss. Well, that's already set, so you go there, you go there, and then here it's just going to be Papa Victor Delta. Flight tour, don't need that anymore. Should be NA. Send and receive, equipment's that's fine. 200 knots, 2,500, goes up to 4,000. And I believe that is the flight plan, all set for today. Departure time being 14:50. Give us 10 minutes on the ground. Perfect. So the baggage truck's now just arriving. And once they get loaded on board the aircraft, we shall be fine and ready to depart. fact, I'm double checking them on 1.2.8 as well on the radar, on the thing, radio 122.8, and tune that in. Whoops. Oh, okay, I didn't want to pop that out. Just click on that. So if I click on the, how do I do that? Oh, okay, I can just click on the screen and it appears to pop it out. At least the very exact bit of screen on the top left corner. Fair enough. Well, in that case, the cockpit's now ready for me to go. Now, just in case of waiting for the luggage to be loaded into the aircraft. And ready for me to then depart. So if I now actually announce that I'm preparing for pushback and departure, once that all clear, I want my nose to go to the right. Everything ready to go on that side. Perfect. So nose goes right. Nope. Now at this point I am ready to depart. So he's going to put the aircraft up and go through the pushback with me. All exits should have closed now. Aircraft is secure. Whoops, I did not want to click on that. There we go.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Hello, ground dude. I'm also ready for pushback. There we go. So, as usual, I'm going to hook my aircraft up to the pushback tug. And then we will be ready to head out.
Locking gear.
Right then.
Departure check completed. Light has been inserted. Release parking brakes.
Parking brake released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start that wheel.
Roger that. So ground, open the 2 guards, and ridge start. In fact, are the fuel pumps turned off? I should probably check that beforehand. Yes, they are. That's fine then. So engine 2 will now start up and stabilise. Now do the same for engine 1, so and ridge start. And close the guards. Raise that, and then set that to air once the engine 1 is stabilised. Engine 1 has stabilised, so that goes back to air. Lights probably should turn on as well, but that's fine. Not going to shoot us for anything for it. And there we go.
Set parking brakes.
Parking brakes is set. Got a lovely little yellow pulley lever there. And where's the guy? There he is. And as again, it's the usual. I do this every week, so yeah, he might come along, disconnect the aircraft. I'll then get ready for departure and all that. So all I need to do is really load the flaps in this aircraft. There's no need for any of that trim or that's basically it really. Trim, flaps, and or TCAS as well, but that's not featured in this airplane. And we'll just go for the usual. Alright, so flaps down by 1. Message, just gonna say we're inside the airspace, nothing major. Whoops, so on that one, there you go. And there we have it. You now give a signal to go.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
And there we go. We're now clear to go. Well, technically we're now cleared to go. There we are. Increase the throttle. And let's now taxi to the runway. again, spent the last couple of days, really, actually most of the week I've been flying in X-plane, including a live stream I did on Tuesday, May the 1st, May Day. So yeah, I think my mind and all that is now pushed and geared towards X-plane. Which way should I go? I'll go this way for the runway. Nah, we'll go the normal way, the one I'm used to. So yeah, my mindset's all geared towards X-plane, which is super realistic when it comes to flight dynamics and all that. Which means this flight should be rather interesting. And by interesting, I mean box standard, because the Dornier DO228 is a fairly easy plane to fly, both in simulator and real life. So there we go, right turn coming up now. And let's enter the runway. Very good to turn the fuel pumps on, that's fine. We'll now turn on the landing lights. Fuel pumps come on. These also come to max as well for high. Make sure that the engines are now set to full power when it comes to torque. Stuff I should have done at first, but it's fine. Entering the runway. And let's now depart from Boston Logan International. Spot the engines, and let's go. V1, rotate. Positive climb, gear up. Now I need to make a left turn. V2. Turbulence, passengers always do that. Nope, gear up. And now let's make the left turn to our flight heading for today. So basically I'll be facing towards the city before I bring it onto autopilot. Flaps can now come up. There we go, looking good. Victor Delta, is that where I'm landing at today? Southwest Airlines 543. I'm quite sure it is. Yeah, Papa Victor Delta. So there is a Southwest Airlines in the area. There he is. And I'll be behind him. He'll probably have disconnected long before I even arrive, because I'm fairly slow aircraft compared to him. But there we go, that should be enough now. Let's get on the intercept. So I'll turn on the autopilot now. Vertical speed set. Navigation set. And navigation set. That can increase to 1,200. And at this point we can now leave the aircraft on its own. There we go, Boston International. Had a bit of fun here, I have to say, with the flight tour and all that last week. And there you go, now flying over the main city itself. Probably giving me better views than the actual tour from last week, because that was a bit of a disaster, if I would say so myself. Not a disaster, but you know what I mean, it wasn't the best in the world. And there you go, I've got a massive bit of motorway for that. Sheesh. Don't want to get lost on that. But otherwise, should be simple today. Got a few aircraft in the air, 737 Southwest and the Southwest CRJ apparently. Now back in the cockpit. Let's get out of here. Frames wise, making a mediocre 18. There we go, that's better, that's more like it. Up to 30. No, otherwise we are fine. So yeah, things to talk about. The loss of flight sim world, I guess. I mean, that was unexpected. Again, some people predicted that the simulator would be lost, but at the end of the day, it was an interesting one. I personally didn't expect Dovetail to drop so soon. Stephen Hood himself, during the interviews, said that Flight Sim World is in for the long run. So, just for it to kind of just disappear like that, it was a surprise. It was a surprise. And like I said, one I didn't expect to happen so soon. I mean, I went to like put out my reaction video to it. I went and like did like an open letter to Dovetail Games as well, for those who I'm sure have seen that. And just overall, it's a bit of a shame to see it go. And it's one that, again, if Dovetail Games could revisit it at some point, I'd appreciate that, but we'll see how that goes. Man, I'm also looking at the Train Sim World side of things as well recently. So Jay, the community manager of Train Sim Worlds, recently resigned. Kept it silent. Not many people knew about it. I didn't even know about it myself until like I heard it on the Steam forums, and then it's like that's just gone haywire from there. It's a rather interesting time for Dovetail Games. It really is. But I'm fairly sure they will pick themselves up eventually. They've just got to in a way, like, push out the negative press against them at the moment. Figure out a way around that. Again, random square patch where the textures link up fine. But for some reason it's just brighter than the rest of it. Ah, ORBX, I love your scenery, but it's way too patchy at times. So, yeah. Again, I've got no issues at the moment. Dovetail Games, Flight Sim World. Shame it's gone, but at the end of the day, it's one of those things where it really depends on what your opinion on was it. It's kind of like Marmite. Some people loved it, some people hated it. And from there, I guess it's now we move on, we see what else we get in the long run. Now got another ORBX airport down below. I love the North American GA airports pack for ORBX. It's a freeware, and it really does bring to life these North American airports. EU airport pack as well. Just like, it's a small add-on. You wouldn't really ever think about it too much, but when you do fly to these small airports, they're full of life. They really have a lot more. So if I actually go to the cockpit view for this, co-pilot side, and zoom in, just have a look at some of the details in this airport. This was a default airport, and then ORBX basically just stuck their own like extra on top of it, and it looks good. It looks good. They got a few small aircraft there, a few private jets as well. I like this add-on pack. I very much do. And of course, let's go to the passenger views as well. Have a look from have a look from inside one of those. It's actually been a little while since I did the proper passenger view kind of sit down and look. Likewise, the flight's quite stable, so I might even turn off the seatbelt sign for the first time in a little while, actually. Let's do that. Seatbelt sign comes off, and off. Just looking out through the bubble window, just to the US scene down below, which again, it looks good. It looks good. Again, ORBX and black marble. Gives you some rather nice little combination of realistic ground scenery. Flight-wise, now coming up to about halfway through. And I guess it's quite nice to have like these slightly more long-distance airports from each other, just get a bit more of a flight in. Last couple of weeks I know have been a bit short, shabby, me racing against the clock to get the 10-minute marker in. Longer flights, more chance to like, look down below at the scenery, just kind of get more of a feel to flying these aircraft rather than just hop, 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 then complain why I make no money out of them. So I'm expecting a bit more of a profit this week compared to previously. Now they've actually got some sort of flight going along. I mean, Boston's now way behind us, now leaving on the horizon. Now destination's probably not even come to view yet. Another airport to my left as well. And again, it's another one of those ORBX touch up. And how have they actually done it? Did they have like someone go through every single airport in Flight Simulator in the US just to do that? Or was that like a automatically generated kind of thing? I'd like to hope it's automatically generated, but knowing ORBX, there is a good chance somebody actually went and hand built all these airports. I might ask John Vanarma, maybe the next Flight Sim show or something, as it would be quite interesting to find out how the airports pack work. Uh, 747 in the area. Only Southwest has disappeared unless it was 28. Nope, 5472. He has disconnected. So if I quickly go to Active Skies map, yeah, so he's long landed and has long since gone. The CRJ is just is it heading towards Boston? It looks like it. And then the 747 is over here. Sorry, it's at 757 United Airlines. Probably mid-cruise, again heading to Boston, one can presume, and the 747, a Qatar 747 coming in over through the US, and again it looks like he's destined for Boston. So Boston Airport's got a fair few departures today. Fortunately, I left before any of those really grew on me. So soon I'll now start thinking about descending in another 3.5 minutes actually. So I've got plenty of time. More time to just sit back, enjoy cruise before I think about landing. Is that the airport? No, airport's still not coming to view. So yeah, I've got plenty of time. No need to rush things. Minor stutter there, but nothing too major. Again, I've been so tempted to open the window mid-flight, but I'm sure passengers will react to that. What was it? Yeah, must not be open in flight full stop. Unless it's an emergency and not above 100 knots, which I am. Actually quite surprised you haven't been speeding this flight. Ooh, did not actually check the weather for today. What's the wind speeds looking like? It's coming from the side. Wind speeds 280 at 4 knots. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why we're not speeding for once. Normally we would be on the VMO at full throttle. That shall be fine. Gosh, and for some reason I can't even get the yodeling kid out of my head, his song. And then, actually, yeah, who's actually seen the Mason Ramsey famous song? He's doing well for himself, turning his meme into a dream, basically. It's a decent song, I actually bought it, because it's great, but, yeah, he's really doing well for himself. And I do hope he does well as well. Doesn't go like the Justin Bieber route, where fame got to his head and ruined him. He seems young, he seems honest. I can't complain, he sings great. So, I know Walmart's then gave him like a scholarship for university as well. We'll see how he goes, But he's telling country music's one of those things that, it's got a bit of distaste for a lot of people. But little Mason here has just gone and shot through all of that, and there's now plenty of country music fans out there. Getting that yodeling song stuck in my head. And will be for a long time to come. Descent coming up now. There we go. Start bringing the aircraft down. The airport is in sight. So, KPVD. Traffic final. Runway 23. We'll send the aircraft down, start getting everything ready for landing as well, flaps wise. Not yet though, since we're going a little bit too fast for that. In fact, if I take it manual control from here, I'm more than happy to send the airplane on my own steps. So a slight left hand just get us aligned to the runway and start bringing us down. Seatbelt sign come on again, probably not forget that. Again, it's been a little while since I actually did the seatbelt sign manually. Oh no, smoke size stays on for sure. Yeah, no passenger smoking please, that would not be appreciated. Right, fly level just to prolong the plane down a bit. Let's go ourselves now aligned with the runway. Below 150 knots, so we are now safe to lower the flaps. Second stage. Gear down. Third stage of flaps. Increase the throttle. And there we have it, a little bit high on the glide slope, but we'll now push the aircraft down a little bit and just get back to realigning it with the runway. And landing should be fairly simple for me today. If I can stop soon enough as well, good chance I can actually use the other runway to cross over. Gets to parking, which seems to be on my near side. Cool, looking good. And there we go, now on the glide slope. 2 red, 2 white, or actually it's 1 red, 1 white. Again, slowly increase the throttle so I don't stall it. And then this time I must remember to flare the aircraft, which is something I did not do in the X-Plane stream for those who watched that. 800 feet per minute landing in a 737 on X-Plane. Ouch! So yeah, I must remember to flare the aircraft this time. We're going to have a similar touchdown rate. And I must remember to pitch the aircraft up as well. So I've actually been not doing so well in the DO228 in recent times. There we go, looking good. Idle throttle. There we go, bring it down. First thrust. And cut reverse thrust. Make a right turn here. Right, vertical speed was 136, so it's good. Flare distance was 1442, perfect. Centerline deviation, meh. Airspeed was meh. Pitch was 1.76 degrees, perfect. Bank was perfect. Side slip angle was perfect. And maximum vertical speed was 712 minutes pass. Can't complain about that. Good landing overall. Now leave the runway. Raise the flaps. And switch over to taxi lights. And I can see like a small building just ahead of us. That is where we will be parking for today. So we'll now taxi over to that. Aircraft is trying to push to the right a little bit. That'll be the propellers. What getting to again? I keep forgetting the name of it. It's like rotor direction or something like that. I should probably try and just remember the name of it at some point, but that's fine. So find somewhere to park over here, and then we'll let the passengers deboard the aircraft and finish off the flights for today. So coming to the end of here now. Make a left turn here. Yeah, so there'll be plenty of spaces to park, no problem. I assume this is a parking area. Should be. Don't see why not. Is that one there? Looks like it. Yes, it is. So bring the aircraft to the left now. And then end our flights for today. 5 minutes planned arrival time, so not bad on the actual timing there. Plugged in half an hour, about just over 25 minutes. And the video is now like 31 minutes 30 seconds, so that's perfect. And parking brakes set, and engines come off via the fire handles because the things don't work at the bottom. So there we have it. Press the boarding. It shall be Aircraft Service International Group for today. Of course, on the oversized staircase, but what can you do about it really? And then we'll open the exits just as we turn off the lights here. Perfect. So passengers shall now deboard, but as always, we'll do that a bit manually. So end flights. Very good flight, professionally done. £11,000 in the bank, nicely done as well. And 208 bonus points for smooth landing, good flights, scheduled airports and bad weather conditions during takeoff, and safe landing with satisfied passengers. Can't complain really. Can't complain. Get another 98% professionally done flights. So record that. If we go over to the company manager, yeah, start thinking about maintenance of this aircraft at some point. Normal maintenance, not having to repair the thing completely. Oil prices are slightly more stable, I guess, at the moment. Total income, £1.129 million. Still a long way to go. Hang on. Again, so company aircraft, income, buy price. So those two I've got the money back for, no problem. This is total about 300,000. So yeah, that I can cover. But the DO228, I've got a fair bit to go before getting my money back entirely for that. Basically, my total income. These aircraft I never actually got back complete, so it's 60,000, 71,000 income out of these two in total. But you know what I'm talking about, where total money I'm coming in, 1.9 million income from this one. So DO228 covers these two quite nicely. But again, its own expenses because of my reckless flying, I guess. Not the nicest. And there we go, 27,000 DO228 now in total. And sell price, yeah, not worth it. And again, I get my income as well through those aircraft. But other than that, I think now would probably be a good time to end it. Oh yeah, birthday coming up very shortly. But yeah, other than that, so if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like if you did, do subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.